The Georgia Tech Dynasty is back, everybody, and this is a game that we have had circled on our calendars since the very beginning of the season. The number 19 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish come to town, and we will play them under the bright lights of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. After a sluggish start to the year, we've rattled off 4 straight victories. We're back up over 500, and this is a chance to prove that this run has not been a fluke and that Georgia Tech is for real. We have no doubt been one of the most entertaining teams in the country throughout this winning streak, and a big part of that is our speedy offense, but we also have a defensive Heisman candidate in Romello Height, who just had 5 sacks and a forced fumble against North Carolina. If he can have another big game today, he may overtake Carson Beck atop the leaderboard. It is not going to be easy to keep this streak going, as we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 ranked teams remaining on our schedule, Notre Dame being the first of them. This has been a very good year for the ACC, as they have a lot of teams near the top. And Notre Dame, an honorary member of the ACC, is also ranked. They're 4-2 after winning their first 4 and then dropping 2 in a row, so they're kind of trending in the opposite direction of us, which bodes well for our chances. Those 2 losses came against Louisville, who we already beat, and their rival Stanford, who's now ranked 11th and is undefeated at 6-0. Their quarterback is a dual threat, the former Duke Blue Devil Riley Leonard. Standing at 6'4", he's had a great season so far, going for 14 touchdowns and 2 picks. Sophomore Jeremiah Love is already 85 overall as a running back. He could potentially develop into a superstar in the coming years. The Irish do have a very deep running back room, but they are missing a key piece in Jadarian Price. The top receiver in terms of receptions and touchdowns this year has been Jaden Thomas, but Bo Collins does have more yards at 466. Mitchell Evans is the highest rated pass-catching threat on this team at 90 overall as a tight end, but it's been a quiet year for him statistically. The defense is led by a stout interior and a speedy secondary. RJ Oben gets into the backfield quite a bit off the edge. Howard Cross and Riley Mills also generate a ton of pressure up the middle. Jack Kaiser is the quarterback of the defense, an 88 overall linebacker. And the back line of the defense has some real studs on it. Benjamin Morrison, lockdown man-to-man corner, and a great player over the top in Xavier Watts, free safety. And for us, this game is more than just a chance to beat a ranked team and a chance to beat one of the most storied programs in college football. There's a lot riding on this game in terms of recruiting. Calvin Johnson is swinging for the fences in the recruiting game this year, and today's game is perhaps the biggest make-or-break moment of the entire season. We have all 4 visit slots filled up, including 2 5-stars that I'm really excited about. Evan Haslam is the first 5-star gem I've ever found playing this video game. A 6'2" man-to-man corner with electric speed. We also have Isaac Prochet, the number 11 recruit in the nation, a speed-rushing defensive tackle, as well as 2 other 4-star defensive linemen. Defensive end Austin Colon will be visiting, as well as defensive tackle Ezekiel Hitchcock. All 3 of those guys are giving each other complimentary visit boosts, but all of that could potentially be for naught if we get blown out in this game. The impact of a visit is extremely dependent on the result of the game, and we want to show these recruits that we can compete with the best in the nation under the bright lights. Here we go, from Mercedes-Benz. Wearing the all golds today, Aiden Burr sends it away to Notre Dame for the opening possession. Touchback in the end zone. And here comes Jeremiah Love and the running game of Notre Dame as they try to snap a 2-game skid. Riley Leonard will take a shotgun snap for the first play and complete it over the middle, setting up a 2nd and short. They spread it out again. Leonard takes the snap, has time in the pocket, and he throws an interception! Omar Daniels makes a massive play for the Georgia Tech defense on the 2nd play from scrimmage. We will get the ball on the Irish 39 to start this game. I don't know what Riley Leonard was thinking. There was nothing there on this play. Double coverage. Daniels was directly in front of the receiver. Haynes King and Jamal Haynes take the field, and Haynes will get it running to the right, gaining 5. Against a great secondary like the Irish, it'll be important to get Haynes involved early. Now he gets the ball on the swing pass. It's decently covered, but he eats up 3 yards of space. 3rd and 2, handoff up the middle. Haynes finds a crease. And a first down at the 26. King fakes the jet sweep, spins out to the left. He's got running room inside the 10, pushed out of bounds at the 6. King's been sacked a lot, has negative rushing yards, uncharacteristic of his usual playing style. We're hoping to get that in the positives again soon. King will scramble up the middle. Touchdown, Haynes King. And Georgia Tech couldn't ask for a better start to this contest, forcing a turnover on defense and then capitalizing with the touchdown. Extra point is good, and after a 3-minute drive, we're up 7-0. A second chance for Riley Leonard and co. The bubble screen is complete. Jaden Thomas, the junior receiver, gains 4. Leonard in the pistol, fakes the handoff. He's got pressure. Micaiah Scott knocks the ball loose, and he picks it up inside the Notre Dame 10. 2 early turnovers for Notre Dame. A nightmare start for Riley Leonard. Micaiah Scott, such a powerful pass rusher, gets off his block and goes at Leonard with a head of steam and has the wherewithal to scoop it up himself. 1st and goal at the 9. Haynes is chased down by Jack Kaiser for a loss. Pistol set. 2nd and goal. King tries to get to the edge, and he's swarmed for an even bigger loss, setting up a 3rd and goal at the 20. Haynes King pressured, barely gets the ball away, and something finally goes the Irish's way as they force a field goal from Aiden Burr right down the middle. 10-0 Georgia Tech. This could get out of hand quickly if Riley Leonard isn't careful. He's going to air it out, and a 50-50 ball falls harmlessly to the ground. Amari Harvey nearly picked that off. A quick 3rd down and 9. Leonard passes to the flat, and the star tight end Mitchell Evans is short of the marker. They punt it away, and it's back to Haynes King. A risky throw caught by Christian Leary, fighting off the contact from Benjamin Morrison. King with a play-action fake, and he is pressured by R.J. Oben, barely getting the ball away. Haynes missed the pass protection. 3rd down, it's a screen pass. Offensive line getting upfield, clearing a path for the 1st down. We go back to the air, and the pass is broken up by Morrison this time. 3rd and 11. King has space to run. Can he get to the edge? No, he cannot. Tackled just short of the markers. He's up to 27 rushing yards. And a 4th and 1 at the 40. The offense stays out there. Haynes, green grass. Great blocking as Haynes gets it up to the 17-yard line. We were outmanned in the box, and we still managed to break off a big play. Now the screen pass to the right, caught by Malik Rutherford, gaining a few as the 2nd quarter gets underway. And we're going to have to burn a timeout because we took too long setting up the play. It'll be a jet sweep to Christian Leary, who cuts back upfield. Incredible burst, and he gets to the end zone for the touchdown. That was nasty. Christian Leary putting the country on notice with some of the best ball carrier moves out of any wide receiver in the nation. Are you kidding me with that? He is just so shifty. I'm sorry, that deserves another look. Just ridiculous. I don't think anyone predicted this start. 17-0 after another long 11-play drive. Georgia Tech is dominating Notre Dame right now. Chris Mitchell makes the grab, and that's a big hit from Jacob Cruz. Jeremiah Love finally finding some space. He gets a first down. That's only his second carry of the ball game in the second quarter. Leonard looking for Love, and E.J. Lightsey was all over that. 2nd and 10. Love wrapped up by Kyle Eifert after a gain of 3. And Notre Dame is in danger of another drive stalling out. 3rd and 7. Leonard navigating the pocket, throws a strike. Chris Mitchell with the grab. Perfectly placed ball by Leonard over the head of Kyle Eifert. First down at the 35. Leonard to the left, he's got Evans outrunning Eifert up the sideline for a first down. They're inside the red zone at the 19. Again completing to a tight end, that's Cooper Flanagan. Catch and run for another first. At the 7-yard line, it's Love up to the 4. Under 8 minutes to go in the second, and Leonard is stopped on the quarterback keeper. Romello Height getting into the backfield as he does. Another third down, Leonard floating backwards, pressured by Height, and he's got to throw it away. So Notre Dame finally finds some momentum on offense, but we still manage to keep them out of the end zone. Field goal from Mitch Jeter is good, and we get the ball back. 17-3, Georgia Tech on top. Christian Leary doesn't gain very much on the bubble screen, and that's going to be going back anyway due to a hold. Pinballing is Jamal Haynes, who gets the yardage right back. 2nd and 7. King with instant pressure throws a dot to Eric Singleton, his first catch of the day. Had to lead him outside because if not, it would have been picked off. 3rd and 2, Jamal Haynes moves the chains. He's up to 50 yards already on 9 carries. He gets the ball running outside, but he's wrapped up. 3rd and 7. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. King will find Leary on the in-breaking route, and Leary makes another play. King will go back to the RPO game. Eric Singleton makes the grab, and tough running turns a short gain into a medium one. Handoff this time to Haynes. Getting a block, getting to the edge. Tackled at the 42. Excellent block from Jordan Williams on the right side. Now we run it to the left side, and Leary is unstoppable. Game-breaking speed from Leary, and he takes a second jet pass to the house. What is this offense going to look like when he graduates? I have no idea. Jeremiah Love runs up the middle for 7 yards as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Love looking to the right side and hitting his man on the out route for the first. 1:50 to go. Leonard targeting Moore in the flat. He takes it upfield, taking on a man and fighting for first down yardage. Leonard in the shotgun, feels pressure and escapes the pocket, and he slides down at midfield. Trying to put something together before halftime. That's a good throw up the middle. Jaden Greathouse takes this one to the 32. Clock still running. Notre Dame with all 3 timeouts. Leonard's pass complete over the middle to Dion Colsey. Gain of 9. 3rd and 1, 24-yard line. Leonard, clean pocket, throws over the middle. And Chris Mitchell with an excellent route, leaving Saeed Gibbs in the dust for the touchdown. That was a good-looking drive from Leonard and the Irish offense. It was bound to happen at some point. I'm not mad at giving up our first touchdown right as the first half is about to end. Can we score one more time before the break? King will air it out, and guess who? Christian Leary beating his man, going all the way for another score. This offense is electric, and Christian Leary is perhaps the biggest reason why. 30-10 in the first half against Notre Dame. Who would have seen this coming? Beautiful ball thrown by King. Look at that separation from Leary. 81 yards in one play. And that is how the first half is going to end here in Atlanta. I think Evan Haslam and Isaac Prochet are having a pretty good time watching this. I'm not entirely sure if we have a chance to get commitments from Haslam and Prochet after this week, but Austin Colon is definitely nearing a commitment. We've also found the correct hard sell for Ezekiel Hitchcock. 2 A's and 1 D, so not ideal, but I like our chances still, especially with how this game is going right now. Since we've had a couple commitments, we've had some hours open up, which is going to allow me to pursue a new player. 3-star gem safety Leon Tung was on my radar, and now I'm able to offer him that scholarship and give him 50 hours. I also scheduled a visit for wide receiver Sean Zeese, one of the highest priority targets on my board. He will be coming to the Week 11 game against Miami, and with how good we're looking today, I don't feel too bad about our chances against the Canes. His ideal pitch isn't the best for us, but we have such a huge lead on him right now that I don't think it really matters. And lastly, I'm still going all in pursuing Miles Zimba. We were able to jump to number 6 on his board, but we still have quite a bit of ground to make up on South Carolina. If we're able to make it all the way to the top here, that would be huge, because we already missed out on some offensive line targets, and anyone with the pass protector archetype is someone I'm interested in. It was all Yellow Jackets in the first half. We'll see if we can keep up the momentum here in quarter number 3. Haynes King will keep his foot on the gas and nearly complete another deep ball to Leary. Benjamin Morrison's had a tough day today, but he does make the play there. But on second down, Jamal Haynes gashes the Notre Dame defense up the middle. 72 yards on 12 carries. King wants the tight end, Brett Seither, and another deflection. Leary lined up in the slot here on third down. King's going to target him again. Pass is complete, but he's brought down immediately. And that will be, I believe, the first punt for David Shanahan. Jeremiah Love falling forward, gain of 9 on first down. Love will get it again on second, and he will fight across the line for the first down. Micaiah Scott is going to have to come off the field after that play. It's been an up and down day for Leonard. Right now, they're relying on the running game instead. Another big gain for Love. First down, and he's up to 47. At midfield, RPO pass. That is complete for 7 yards. As it looks like Scott's going to have to sit out some plays, but he will return soon. Jordan Vandenberg getting into the backfield. Stuffing Love and setting up a third down where Leonard will find his tight end Evans. A leaping grab across the first down markers. At the Georgia Tech 35, wide open lane for Love. And it looks like our defense is starting to soften up just a little bit. They go no huddle, and we call timeout because I don't really like having Micaiah Scott out there with a high injury risk. The wear and tear system combined with the injury system in this game needs a little bit of reworking. As the pass complete for a gain of 7, Notre Dame in the red zone. Leonard hands off to Love, and the Georgia Tech defensive line swarms him. Hoping to bend but not break here in the red zone. Leonard once more on the left side, and it's broken up by Gibbs. Great coverage. As they will be forced to kick another field goal, and Mitch Jeter drills it. As the Irish go 10 plays again and do not find the end zone. 31-13, as King is dumped on the keeper, R.J. Oben. 2nd and 14, pressure from Notre Dame, ill-advised throw, intercepted. Patrick Givens jumps the throw intended for Eric Singleton on the deep post. Awful decision from King. He had a wide open tight end in the flat. He saw pressure, immediately chucked it deep, and did not account for the rolling safety. 1st and 10, under 5 minutes to go in the third. Mitchell Evans wide open in the flat on the right sideline, and it's a catch and run to the 15. 2nd down, another handoff to Love. Good push from the Irish blockers, and it's a 1st and goal at the 3. Trips to the right side, and Leonard will run that way, and he is stonewalled by Kyle Eford and Amari Harvey. Can we get a goal line stand? Love, stop behind the line. Trey Tatum on the stop. 3rd and goal. Love has a lane this time. Tackled at the goal line, but he breaks the plane for the touchdown. After a bad interception from Haynes King in our own territory, Notre Dame now has a fighting chance. 31-20, we still lead as they kick it off to Christian Leary. He will run this back, wrapped up, and the ball is out! Jaden Thomas pounces on it and takes it for a Notre Dame touchdown! Unbelievable! We're going to have to take another look at this. I'm not sure at what point did he lose the ball, but as it stands, Notre Dame has scored 2 touchdowns in 7 seconds. Leary's been so good today, but this could be a huge mistake. Let's take a closer look. That's really, really close. The ball looks like it's either in his hands or it just left his grasp by the time his knee touches the turf. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We don't even have the option to challenge it. Touchdown Notre Dame on a kickoff return fumble. They'll go for 2 to try to make this a field goal game, but Riley Leonard has nowhere to go. Our 21-point halftime lead has shrunk to just 5, as this time Christian Leary is going to take a fair catch. He's also a little shaken up after absorbing that massive hit. Still has the ability to play, but we're going to give him a little break. Somehow, some way, we need to gain momentum back. That's not the way to do it. Haynes stopped for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13. Leary's back out on the field. I forgot to take him out of the wide receiver depth chart. I only took him out of the returner depth chart. His speed is 7 points down right now. We're going to have to get Eric Singleton more involved now, as he makes a big-time grab for the first. Jamal Haynes will have another carry, gaining 3, and that will be the end of 3. This is an entirely different game than it looked like at halftime. It feels like a game that's going to go down to the wire. We still have a 5-point lead. Can we hold on for 11 minutes? King will keep it on the RPO. Running room, 1st down and more. Diving forward, and he lost the ball. Notre Dame has it. Benjamin Morrison is brought down before a return. But what is going on right now? King had a massive play, and then he chooses to dive forward, and he coughs it up. I'm not going to lie, I meant to slide on that play. Why does this game make it so hard to control whether you're diving or sliding? Notre Dame ball, 10 minutes to go. 2nd and 1, Jeremiah Loves had a great second half. He spins away from the defense. Past midfield, up to the 24. Pickup of 37 yards. Love's still out there. He's a little gassed. They fake it to him, and the pass goes off of a helmet, and Micaiah Scott's going to have to leave the ball game again. 2nd down. Fake handoff to Love. Leonard drifting back in, has to throw it away. A touchdown here would take the lead. 3rd and 10. They hand it off to Love, trusting the running game to get the first, and they only get 1 yard. And Mitch Jeter comes on for the 40-yard field goal. It's blocked. Nakari Ashley has it at midfield. 40, 30, 20, 10, and he's caught at the 10. A game-changing play From the special teams unit, Omar Daniels came screaming around the edge, got a hand on it, and Nakari Ashley was off to the races. We just had a major blunder on the kickoff that led to a touchdown for Notre Dame, but we might have redeemed ourselves with this. Ashley's one of the young players on this defense with the most potential. Right now, he's kind of buried on the linebacker depth chart, but he might have earned himself some playing time with that play. First and goal at the 10 for Haynes King. He will drop back to pass, pressured and brought down. A loss of 6 on the RJ Oben sack. Second down, play clock running down. King will loft it up to his number 1 receiver, Eric Singleton. Beats his man to the end zone. And finally, we're on the board here in the second half. Extra point good, and we now lead by 12. The short drive ending in a score set up by the field goal block. Love gets the ball on first down for Notre Dame, and Kyle Eford meets him in the backfield. Under 8 minutes to go, second and 12. Leonard to the flat. Love couldn't hang on. Kari G knocked it loose. Now we have 2 interior pass rushers banged up. We're going to have to budget their playing time, but I don't think we can afford to have either of them off the field. Third down, Leonard slings it, and it's caught! Bo Collins high points the football and goes the distance! Back and forth we go! A highlight reel contested catch from Bo Collins. It was Clayton Powell-Lee in coverage, and that was a misplay from him. Tried to go for the interception. You can't do that there. You gotta just try to knock the ball loose, especially when you're the only defender in the area. 38-33. Tech ball once more, and Haynes will take this reception for a gain of 6. Second down, King in the shotgun, back to pass, and he takes off. He absorbs contact, couldn't slide in time, but he holds on for the first down. Under 6 to go. Play action, King, instant pressure, barely gets it away. Jack Kaiser got there first. And that sets up a massive third and long, where King will find his running back. Trey Cooley subs in, runs a fantastic route, and makes the grab. It's a handoff to Cooley this time, and he is dumped. Now on third down and 15, King will have to air this one out, and Chase Lane couldn't make the grab. And that's the end of the drive. Once again, Notre Dame can take the lead with a touchdown. Jeremiah Love takes it for a couple yards, but it goes back due to a holding penalty. First and 19. Love cuts back to the outside, and he's got a big gain. But after the tackle, he needs some medical assistance. He's going to come off the field, and the backup, Jabran Payne, will lose 3 yards on that play. Third down and 5. Leonard zips one to the left side, and the pass broken up by Saeed Gibbs. A huge stop for this defense as we force the punt. Rodney Shelley is back there to receive in place of Christian Leary, and he eats up a few yards, setting up a first down at the 41. King fakes to Leary, has to get it out quickly. He finds Leary, but he's tackled for a loss. Hasn't done much after catching 3 touchdowns in the first half. As we hit the 2-minute timeout, and a big third down for Haynes King, going to the corner route, and Malik Rutherford comes down with it. Timeout Notre Dame as we extend this drive. 1 minute and 55 to go, as King will drop back to pass. Down the left sideline, Singleton makes the catch. Touchdown Yellow Jackets. What a throw from King, what a catch from Singleton, and that might be the nail in the coffin. We like the look that we saw. Press man coverage with 1 high safety, and King was not going to pass up that opportunity for the dagger. That is the 5th pass touchdown of the day for King, 6 touchdown total. And we have hung 45 points on the Fighting Irish here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What a day for this program. We've still got to hold on for just under 2 minutes as Gibbs makes another great deflection. 2nd down and 10. Pressure on Leonard, and the entire D-line gets in on the fun. 3rd down and 20. Leonard to the flat. That's not going to do much. Setting up a 4th down and 14. This is the game. Leonard with time. Going to the right sideline. He's got a man. Jaden Thomas makes the toe drag catch and keeps hope alive for Notre Dame. Leonard finds a wide open man on the sideline, and he dropped it. It's just been a very inconsistent day for this Notre Dame team as Leonard throws a frozen rope down the middle to Bo Collins. Under a minute to go, Leonard completes to Collins again. That moves the chains and gets them to the 22, where Leonard will spike it. 52 on the clock. Leonard has time, throws the hitch to Collins, short of the 1st down. 3rd and 4. Leonard fires, complete, and stopped short. Big hit from Gibbs. 4th down and 1. Leonard finds a receiver. It's Jeremiah Love who's re-entered the game. 1st down at the 6. Leonard to the corner of the end zone. And Jaden Thomas catches a touchdown as the door remains very slightly open. Notre Dame needs to recover the onside kick. Jeter will kick it. It takes a high bounce, and leaping for the catch is Malik Rutherford. Game over. Georgia Tech has upset Notre Dame for a 5th straight victory, and they hand the Irish their 3rd straight loss. 45-40 to final in an instant classic. We did manage to maintain our lead throughout the entirety of this game, but boy, was this a roller coaster ride or what? I thought it was going to be a tough game going in. We get off to a huge lead early. It looked like it was going to be a blowout, and then within minutes, Notre Dame nearly came all the way back. It was a game of momentum. We were in control in that first half, and then we seemed to completely lose any semblance of momentum once Haynes King threw that interception. But it was that big field goal block from Omar Daniels and the return from Nakari Ashley that swung the momentum back in our favor and averted a potential disastrous choke job. This is undoubtedly the signature win of the season thus far. We've had some good ones, but this is hard to beat. Riley Leonard had some great moments, but made too many mistakes. Jeremiah Love was dominant, and we still came out on top. Thanks to a monster game from Haynes King, 5 touchdowns through the air, 3 to Christian Leary, 2 to Eric Singleton, 1 more on the ground. It was not a perfect performance by any means. We still need to figure out how to stop these top running backs more consistently, but when you've won 5 straight games, you can live with something like that. Here is this week's ACC scoreboard as we move to 3-2 in conference play. Miami defeats Louisville to remain undefeated, and they're number 5 in the country. Cam Ward and Xavier Restrepo were cooking. As always, we're going to have to face them pretty soon. NC State's going to take a pretty big defeat to California as they win 35-21 on the back of a great day from Jaden Ott. 3 touchdowns, 130 yards. And Stanford is undefeated no longer as they suffer a pretty bad loss to SMU. The Mustangs held the ball for nearly 2/3 of this game. Boston College continues their impressive season as they defeat Virginia Tech, our next opponent. And we'll close it out with a tight one between Duke and Florida State, and FSU drops out of the rankings with this 1-point loss. Moving to the SEC here, a top 6 matchup between Alabama and Tennessee in Knoxville. Here is Jalen Milroe finding his running back in the red zone, and this touchdown is going to keep Alabama in it. But they needed a stop, and they did not get it. Nathan Leacock with a 45-yard touchdown. And Tennessee wins on the 3rd Saturday in October. This was a heavyweight fight between two of the country's best. But first-year starter Nico Iamaleava had a near-flawless game against the Tide, going for 4 touchdowns. The Georgia Bulldogs take their first loss of the year to a Texas team that has disappointed so far, only 4-3 even with that win. And Texas blew them out, winning the rushing battle 162 yards to just 41. CJ Baxter and Jaden Blue are a formidable two-headed monster for the Longhorns. We'll continue the trend of undefeated teams taking their first loss, with the Oklahoma State Cowboys dropping to number 15 after a loss to BYU. Meanwhile, USC gets a ranked win over Maryland, and even though they have 2 losses, they're going to move up to number 8 with all the chaos happening this week. And here is the full top 25 after week 8. I'm going to work on showing this more often in my videos, but Ohio State and Miami are the lone undefeated Power 4 teams. Tennessee with the win over Alabama, though, is above Miami. No Notre Dame, as we have knocked them out of the top 25, but unfortunately, they're not going to let us in quite yet. I mentioned earlier about this being the biggest week for recruiting visits of the entire season, so let's see the results. 4 highly touted defensive prospects. We get a commitment from Austin Colon. We get another one from Evan Haslam, the prize target of this recruiting class. That is gigantic. And that's all we get. Isaac Prochet has reached his top 3, and so has Ezekiel Hitchcock. We'll still need to recruit them for 1 more week, but I was not expecting to get that commitment from Haslam so quickly. But that now makes 2 5-star commitments for Calvin Johnson and the new look Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, both in the secondary. And on top of that, we have 3 more recruits who have entered their top 5 stage, all 3 of them having us at number 1, Carl Anger, Paul Pinckney, and Sammy Kirkland. As we move on to week 9, Christian Leary is named the ACC Offensive Player of the Week for a monster first half display. He did almost all of that damage in half number 1, but he rightfully gets rewarded for that performance. As we move on to the Tecmo Bowl here in week 9, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, and it'll be played in enemy territory. The Hokies have not yet won a game in conference play, so this will probably be the easiest game remaining on our schedule. Nothing is guaranteed in this conference, though. We do have a new level up for our coach, Calvin Johnson, and we're going to be spending more points in the recruiting tree. We're currently trying to close on 2 major defensive line targets, and now with Tier 2, recruiting actions will give a bonus to D linemen. And we haven't yet spent any points in the tactician tree, and I'm looking to change that. These are going to give us some valuable in-game boosts. And I think the first one to go with here is a no-brainer, and that is the offensive line. They're going to get a pass blocking and impact block boost. That will do it for another episode of the Georgia Tech Dynasty. I hope you enjoyed it because it was certainly a fun one to play and a fun one to edit. For any of you that are still watching my channel after I took a month off, thank you for your patience. I was just trying to get my finals squared away. I'm on winter break now, so I'm planning to go hard with this channel. You should be expecting a lot more Georgia Tech and a lot more Chicago Bulls in the near future. Thank you for watching, as always. If you like what you see, I'd really appreciate if you left a comment with some feedback, liked, subscribed, and even told a friend who you think might be interested. I'll see you guys with more content very soon. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.